Normally, I wouldn't think of doing something like this, Faul says to himself, as he opens a hallway hatch and enters the next section of the rim. To one side, he glances at the eerie, pulsing yellow aura filling the hallway, which beams in through windows of the rim. The golden aura comes from the eye of the moon of the stationary pyramid, which Faul deduces is likely causing the fluorescent lights to flicker. The eye of the moon has gleaming swirls of vapor dancing around the tip of the pyramid. Faul knows what to do and where to go. He's seen the professor, that is Yona, do it so many times. Just through this access hatch coming up on our right, Teddy. Nothing to fear. Voila, he says, opening the hatch and peering into the narrow dim light of the tunnel before him. Faul climbs up into the hole, knowing that he'll have to proceed either hunched over quite a bit or simply crawl down the incline. He opts for the latter. As he begins his descent, Faul feels the artificial gravity of the spinning rim lessen. But something else occupies his mind. He regrets not bringing a light source of some sort. There is some artificial lighting that has been installed over the years, but he still wishes he had brought his own source of light, just in case something goes wrong. He then comes to the cold realization that he has brought nothing, nor has he taken the time to don his uniform. Still, once started is half done. He recalls hearing someone say, he can't remember who it was, but he liked the quote well enough to remember it. After a few more moments of descending, Faul comes to a shaft leading upward. The gravity is weak enough that he can push himself up into the shaft, knowing from previous visits where it will lead, including the King's and Queen's chambers. The King's chamber serves as a bridge for this tower vessel, while the Queen's chamber acts as a kind of prayer or meditation room for paying respects to the Almighty, or simply reflecting on people you care about or have lost in your life. The descending tunnel before him leads to the archives, an area not only boring, in Faul's mind, but off limits to all except those with permission from Yona. There is one other room, however, that Faul knows about within the pyramid, a room located beyond a secret door in the ceiling of the descending chamber, very close to the archives. This secret chamber is both off the record and strictly off limits. Again, Yona's orders. This secret chamber, as Yona and Wendy refer to it, is also a kind of meditation space, but it harbors a spirit essence, a kind of oracle or soul for the tower. Yona has expressly forbidden anyone from bothering the entity known as Inaya Maya Imaga that dwells within. That is Faul's destination as he continues to descend, the weight of his body decreasing more and more as he crawls along and then floats near the end of the tunnel. Now that artificial lighting has been installed, along with rough arrow indicators and nameplates added to the walls of the tunnel, it is easy enough to locate the secret compartment and ascend the even smaller passageway, a small vertical shaft that is always pitch black. The lack of lighting is no surprise to Faul, but he allows the topic to enter his mind. Why haven't they made this better lit? Faul wonders to himself. I guess it's because no one comes here. Not Marnie, not Harry, not anyone except Yona, who has his own special connection to the place. Hell, the whole damn tower is attuned to him, and he is attuned to it. Oh, and maybe Windy or Yaimi might come up here from time to time. Faul guesses as he progresses, but he is quick to dismiss that as a bother. After all, he continues his train of thought out loud, Windy's second in command and ought to have the right to ship-wide access. And Jamie? Well, Jamie's a protege, so that's pretty fucking special too, right? Yes, sirree, Teddy. Everybody's special, except little old yours truly. Faul stops to catch his breath. He finds himself surprisingly more tired than he ought to be, but he chalks it up to the hour of the day. He is usually sleeping at this time. You see, Teddy, I trust my teammates, but I just wish they might trust me a bit more, you know? Or maybe it's better to say that I wish I could give them reason to trust me more. Faul floats there, positioning himself to face the passage leading up into the secret chamber. If I could do this, Teddy, go to the dim lands and find Nin and Shu, then bring her back safely. Yeah, that ought to be something worth acknowledging. Feeling energized at the prospect of becoming a real asset to the team, Faul takes a breath and uses the narrow walls to push and pull himself up into the absolute blackness of the secret chamber.